Now I'll request one of the very acclaimed scholars, D.K.Hari and Dr.D.K.HemaHari for that.
Thank you so much for giving us opportunity to present our views on the idea of Kumbh Mela, and how it's been a cultural icon of whole of Bharata Varsha. That's the idea. So we make a brief talking presentation of the whole idea. How this concept of Kumbh actually has been in Bharat. See, if you look at the concept of Kumbh, it actually starts from Varuna, the waters, and the sun Pushkara. Waters in a lake or in a water body, but it's also the waters in our body, because our body is made up of 70% water. The earth is made up of 70% water. So to understand this concept and how, because the waters gives rise to Pushti, Pushkaram, fertility, capability, nourishment. So that is the water. So when you say Varuna to Pushkara, it is the nourishment of our bodies only with the waters inherent in us, inherent in the earth itself by itself. Now this, what happens to the waters is a churn. That's a manthan. So our body is a samundar. The earth, Bhuma Devi is a samundar. Within that there is a constant churn happening. Because of the churn happening in the waters, only we have the idea of samudram. It's not a snake outside and some. It is also that concept allegorically and historically, Pauranically, but it's also within, and both in the macro as well as the micro idea. So that's where the manthan happens. And the third point being, it is actually a tug of war between Indra and Vritra. What is Indra and Vritra? You can look at them as Vedic divinities, which they certainly are. You can also look at that Indra is our senses, Indriya. Vritra is that which holds back. So you need an external force that pushes out, an internal force that pulls back inside. So it's a constant tug of war from the moment of Shrishti, creation of the Big Bang, the cosmic Big Bang, to the present. It's both exerting outside and internalizing. So it's a dual concept of both. That is what we've been having. So we see that a connect of Sukshma and Sthula, the physical and gross, subtle. This happens, the churn from the moment of Big Bang, as I said, to the present. So the Kumbh Mela actually represents this. So you have the different Kumbh in Ujjain, all the Kumbh. So that's how, let's see the connect they created through this. So it was an Akasha sky to the ones in the Bhumi. It was the astral Bhumi concept connect. So they could bring it down at this level, and that's what the Kumbh is all about. And if you see, you have, as I said, you have Kumbh Mela, Pushkaram, Sangamam, 3 layers of it. Because Sangam happens in every district. We have 750 districts in India, we have 750 Sangams in Bharat. So that's what happens. So every district has one, every region, Pradesh has one, and the Desh also has 4. So we have 3 layers of it, beautifully brought, which we have all the documented with film, all that we have, we can always discuss. So, what does this bring out to us? In Prayagraj, in 1 year later, 1 year before, they will say, what another conclave to say the Kumbh is happening, some other city, come there. You will pay print document and you will send it out by email and WhatsApp. How did you do this 100 years back when you did not have WhatsApp, you did not have email, you did not, and there was no invitation? How did this happen at the time? Harsha Uddana. How did Huan Sang see it and say there was a Kumbh happening? There was no invitation, there was no paper invitation there, but still people came. So where is the invitation to a Kumbh? Is the question. The invitation is the sky.
The Naga Babas come down, so how do they know
They need to come down at this month.
And this city you have to go to?
There's no which city to go to also. So there is a what we devised is something called a Kumbh clock. The sky tells you when is the next invite, at which Nagara, by the which river, or by the which in Kumbhakoణam some huge lake Sarovars also you have the Kumbh, you know where. So for example, so it's all a 12-year cycle linked to Brihat, Brihaspati, Jupiter, Jovian. So it's a Jovian calendar that we follow in Bharat, where we have the idea of Kumbh. So when Jupiter moves to a particular Rashi, what in English called zodiac, Rashi is an Indian term. When you use the term Rashi, it means cluster basically, a constellation that you say in English. So it reaches there, so you know where the Kumbh is happening also. So people doing Yatra of Bharat Varsha, they do a 12-year Kumbh cycle, they do a full 12-year Yatra of Bharat Varsha. It's all the Punya Tirtha.
Actually, that is how it's a Manthan. It's also the Samudra Manthan, and he said Manthan in Bharat. Because there is a constant churn of people moving continuously from one Kumbh to another Kumbh.
So that's a cycle. So it happens, it's a 12-year continuous unending cycle. Adi Anant, it's not have it's unending from eons and millennia and yuga going on. So this is the Kumbh clock device, which is what the Honorable Prime Minister also spoke about, the 12-year, when we discuss this from there, he mentioned it in the monthly box. So here we speak about 3 levels. One at the Desh level, one at the Pushkaram level, where you have many Pushkarams, Pushkaram, Pushkaralu, Pushkaraha, as expressed in different languages of Bharata. So then you have the Sangha Melas, Sangha. So you have 3 layers of Kumbh. You go across Bharata Khanda, across millennia. We have proofs in Thailand, we have proofs in Cambodia, all the link is available, data is available. Now if you look at the Kumbh, we have 5 levels of Kumbh in the Anubhava. One thing we all go to do is take a snan, Shahi Snan, Dubki, basically Dubkis we do. Is Dubki all and end of Kumbh? No. There are 5 layers to a Kumbh. Snan is one of them. Important, no doubt, because Shuddhi is important. So you take a Snan, but you also have a Samvad. Vad, Prativad, Samvad, Antarvad, you have many Vads. So that is, go back and say please. So you have a Kosha. So you have a whole compendium on the aspects of Kumbh. Then you have the Bhutas, the different level of Bhutas also you have Kumbh. Then you have the Kumbh of the 64 Kalas. Because Bharat is a land of color. Everything, right from calligraphy to everything is a color. So people of 64 Kala assemble at a Kumbh to discuss their Kala. What is happening to a particular Kala in Kashmir, to what is happening to a particular Kala in Assam or to in Saurashtra or Malabar region. So exchange of use, exchange of ideas, exchange of technology, exchange of methodology of doing happens. So that is where 64 Kala have been kept right through the millennia of this land, through a Kumbh where people come to exchange concepts, ideas, discussions, delineations happen. All the details available, we will not go into the details, we are going to talk about headlines. So, are we saying this or no? Yeah, this has been said by Bharat Ratna, Conrad Vaman Khani in 1950 in History of Dharma Shastra, written down by very clear. So, we are quoting from detailed, authentic, credible text of this land. Person who is being given the Bharat Ratna, known as a person then Vaman Khani himself. So he speaks about what? He speaks about 5 types of snana. What is a Jala snana as we saw? All of us have Jala. See, Jala is again external, internal. What we are talking about external, Jala snana, this thing. Then you have Prana snana. Pranayama, we say simply, but there is actually Prana snana happening. That we should know what is the Prana, what is the Prana snana, how do you do? Because that is what important. Again, Dubki is not, let's not limit it to Dubki. It's important. Then there is Mantra snana happening. Then there is Nada snana happening. Narad. Say the Nada snana. And this is a Dhyana snana. Because we simply use the word meditation in the modern English language. It doesn't imply, comply what we want to say. This is a Dhyana. And look at the word Dhyana. What we use in Bharata word Dhyana goes to China and becomes Chan, which in turn goes to China and becomes Zen. And then we get Zen Buddhism back from, they come and teach us Zen Buddhism. We have the original with us. What is transferred there is a photocopy, and they come and give us a photocopy and say this is, they give us Jnana. So the idea is Dhyana is a concept that should be Anubhava in a particular Kumbh. So these are multiple levels of vehicle. Each of the links are available, data is available. We can always discuss it at the appropriate forum to take it forward. So look at this. There is also, so Pancha is a concept. So Pancha is the Panchasnana, Pancha Kosha, there's Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manamaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. That's when you reach Anandamaya Kosha. Actually, when you do all this. And there's Bhutam, the Pancha Bhutas. We have Pancha Bhuta temple in Tamil Nadu, you have Pancha Bhuta temple. Different parts of, you have in Pradesh of Tamil Nadu, you have, I'm sure you have in other parts of Tamil Nadu too. So you have 3 levels, Snana, Kosha, Bhuta. All of them join together to form the idea of Pancha. That's very important. So, Panch Parameshwar, Panch Prana. We discuss this constantly. And Honorable Prime Minister also mentioned this in the Mann Ki Baat too. So that clearly is the concept that we have. Go ahead, please. So, and this again has got another aspect of Pi. Look at this. You have a Satsanga. Satsanga. You know, Pravachan, I said the Vachan. Pravachan. Then the Vadam. Vadam. Samvadam, Prativadam, and actually we have a particular group in Tamil Nadu. There's something called Prativadi Bhayankaram. PB, the initial is PB, the way our initial is DK. There's PB. I'm sure some of the ambassadors of Bharat have been PB whom I've discussed with them in Delhi. So they were so good in Vada, they were taught with Bhayankar. So that is it. So we must have. We lose the concept of dialogue and discussion, Vadam, and we lose many aspects of our civilization. So Vadam is important, Prativadam is important, Samvadam is important. But Bhayankam, should we bring it back? That's a different idea. I'm not getting into that concept yet, but we have that. And you come, only then you can come to a Nirnaya. Only then you come to a conclusion. Because what is a Kumbh? It gets people, you discuss from the moment of Shishti, Big Bang, Hiranyagarbha, Cosmic Age, to the present day social needs. So there's a wide gamut of discussion. That's why you have the idea of Visal Akshi, Vishal Akshi, I. So you have a wide angle perspective, broad spectrum perspective. We have the idea of Kumbh and Bharat. So this is not discussed only at Prayag or at Haridwar or at Ujjain. It's discussed in Kumbhs, it's discussed in the Pushkarams, it's discussed in the Sangam. So it's a continuous, all-round, societal knowledge conferences happening across platforms to the million, which has kept the Bharata civilization alive, kicking and successful. Because Kumbhs play an important role in that.
And if you see the word Utsav, not only to uplift the spirit, but to uplift the knowledge of the civilization also, to preserve, uplift. So these aspects, because today Kumbh is only all over the world, it has only the image of being a festival where people go and take a dip. The larger wholesomeness of Kumbh is not spoken about. And that is something which has actually helped preserve. And if you look at it, see, the Kumbh connection, knowledge has actually been the fundamental bedrock of a Kumbh. And you look at it, Kumbh, Jupiter connection, Aquarius, Guru, knowledge. So that is actually a bedrock, the whole essence of a Kumbh. And Jal Snan is one way of experiencing it. But all the other kinds of snans and all the other kinds of activities which can bring up the knowledge. Today we are talking about traditional Indian knowledge and bringing back all of that. These are platforms where such aspects can be brought about and those topics can be discussed, showcased. So that needs to be done as well.
This is the platform to bring it out. This is the platform to create the awareness back to the people. So when we speak about decolonizing ourselves and bringing back our Bharata perspective, which is the idea of the Pancha that Honorable Prime Minister spoke last year from the Red Fort. He spoke about the 5 pledges. So this is part of that. So it fits into the national policy. And when we highlight this and also bring out the idea of what is the Kumbh clock, because when the clock goes, where does the Kumbh happen? So that is, see, we can do this 2 ways. One, we can physically have a clock where people can watch it, a 30, 40, 50 feet wide clock where it actually moves and people know, okay, this happens, you go there, this happens, you go there. We can show it by animation, but people should know it by themselves. 2, other thing is, these knowledges can be brought out. Because as I said, Kumbh, everything comes up in 6 months and goes away in 6 months. So we can have it in trailers, 40-foot container trailers where within we have all this in proper digital format displayed and brought out to people. use the knowledge. So,
So it
in the
can
language of
travel
their
from
choice.
Kumbh to Kumbh and keep people aware. Whoever comes to visit the Kumbh, they get aware of this. The other beautiful aspect, see, if you bring this awareness within the civilization, they slowly start getting tuned to astronomy. They start getting tuned to the aspect of Jupiter, the zodiacs, and slowly we can bring back the Indian astronomy, Indian panchang, and the way we have been keeping time. That psyche can be restored once again. So that temper can be
Back
brought
to the
back
roots.
through the
Back to the roots idea. Because with the strength, because it's the tree, the Vriksha, Bharat, you have to have the roots back strong again. So this is some of the, of course we can always get back to the details, a lot more is available. It's all available in our website, BharathGyan.com website. So, and certainly available. And there's a booklet also written on Kumbh, the 50-70 page book is also available in our we can always add more data, depth and bring it out to the people that would like to take it forward at an appropriate form. Thank you so much for
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for enlightening us, and we'll be having more presentation during actual Kumbh conclave in October. And adding to your point, we have one Sanskrit shloka, Ku Prithvi Ubhate Anugrihate, Uttamottamam Mahatma Sangha Hikodeshabhyam, Yashmin Kala Visheshe Sakumbha. Meaning thereby, whenever a particular moment of time, when the congregation of the seas and scholars are there, and when the land get blessed with the preachings of the scholars, that is the Kumbh.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.